Oh, hello! Welcome to my garage. This is my S1000 2020 RR and it's just back from Laguna Seca. The video for that is in the works. If you want to catch it, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get updates for that. But today we want to talk about rear sets, more specifically these guys, GILLES FXR rear sets for the BMW S1000. It's also compatible with a lot of other bikes. However, how do you review rear sets? Well, let's have a look at construction and also functionality. And then I will explain to you why I have this little GILLES box in my hand and what I don't like about it. So stay tuned to the end. So, all right, let's have a closer look. All right, let's get a little closer. So here we are. These are the rear sets, GILLES Tooling FXR. Like I said, compatible with a lot of bikes, and this is the version for the S1000 2020. You can hear says Factor X, has a little GILLES logo on it. So let's talk a little bit about the company first. Who is GILLES? GILLES is a small company from Germany that are doing a lot of the OEM bits and pieces on, for example, S1000s. So they are specialized in machining, especially aluminum parts out of billet. Like you can see here, this is all made out of one piece, which stands for very high quality and lightweight. Some of the OEM bits you can buy and know about. These M levers, they are made by GILLES, and actually, if you look inside here, and if you look here inside, there's the GILLES logo. So these nice levers are made by GILLES and then OEM branded by BMW. Also, you can find GILLES on the bike from Valentino Rossi. They are a sponsor of the Monster Yamaha MotoGP team. So GILLES is a quality brand, and I had a couple of rear sets from them. I had the FXR for the 2015 S1000, for example, and I really loved it. And for the 2020 model, they stepped up the design. So let's look a little bit into the construction. You have this nice gunmetal gray piece, right, that bolts here to the frame. And then you have a separate piece here that holds the master cylinder for the rear caliper. And of course also has the brake and then holds the Footpack itself. Another cool thing is you have here the bracket that holds the exhaust. Some exhausts are hanging down from here or don't need a bracket at all if you have like an underbelly exhaust or whatever. The cool thing is you can remove this part, so if you don't need it you can save the weight, and also you don't have like this loop dangling around with no purpose at all. So pretty cool that you can be flexible and remove this if you want. I have my little SC Project slip-on exhaust on there, so I can easily change it to a quieter Laguna pipe or not. Anyway, really nice. And also is here printed on the rear set itself are little numbers, and these are numbers that give you the relative position to the stock setup. So if you would put the Footpack down here into the lowest position, that would be exactly where the stock setup is. It has a 0-0 offset. That means you can go further up and back with these, which means they're not made for comfort, right? The higher you are up, the tighter the knee angle is. And that is a really good setup for racing, not for comfort. So overall, the construction with the two different pieces is great, right? In an accident, this one would hit first the ground, hopefully it would break off. And if not, then these parts would get bent so you don't damage the frame. So really nice. Down here for the pedal, serrated metal, is really, really grippy. So you can actually so you can exactly use the brake without slipping off, which is really sweet. Let's have a look at the other side. All right, here we have the left side, which is the shifting side. A couple of cool things here is you have this little setup. So you see you have the quick shifter bolt, which is right now here on the left side, and you have the right side. And you have two options each. So let me explain you what everything is about. If you mount the shifter rod here, you would have GP shift, meaning the shift pattern is reversed from a street ride. That means upshifting is down clicks, and you get it, or you guessed it, for downshifts you have to actually pull the lever up. This is a useful thing for racetracks, and you can easily change it. But then why do we still have two positions even for the street mode? There's also two positions here, but it's like behind that one. The two positions are to shorten or elongate the shift feel. If you have the closer setting, you get a crisper, quicker shift. And here you have more a stock feeling where it's a little bit of a softer shift. So if you want to go a little bit more hardcore, you can mount it here, a little bit softer here. And then this screw also, you can loosen it. And then in this area, you can adjust the entire shifter up and down. So you get a little bit of an angle out of it. And then here for the little shifter itself, you have three positions. So you can fine tune how close you want to have it. Ideally, you put your boot on here, and then you just try it out, what feels good, and you mount it in the right position for you. Definitely always use Loctite so it doesn't come off while you're riding. Really sucks if you cannot shift. Anyway, so really happy with these parts. Again, here, right, you see the nice work, the carbon fiber heel guard so you don't get into the chain or on the wheels. Very, very nicely done. You can see how it is machined out of one billet aluminum block. And it is beautifully made. Really, really amazing quality. Can only recommend it the highest. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Footpacks. So loosen it. You can probably see there's like some Loctite coming out of it. Always use Loctite on these bits. Can't imagine what happens if you're on track and the Footpack just falls off. All right, so here you can see again the pattern. I had it 15 millimeters higher than stock, and it worked really, really nicely for me on racetrack. The one big change for the Gilles rear sets are these Footpacks. This is the, I think they call it the race model or track model, something sporty like that. And they did a couple of changes, right? So it's not a full pipe anymore. They did some, they cut this pipe off, which has a couple of functions. A, it's lighter, and then B, in a case of an accident, this piece is much easier to break if it's not a full tube, right? So you have this part breaking off and you will save this entire area. And with any quality company, in case you're never sure what to buy, always look if they sell bits and pieces separately, right? Can you get the Footpack separately? Can you get this piece or that bracket separately? If you can, that is always a sign that they believe in their product, and that for racing, right, that you replace just the parts that are broken instead of buying an entire thing new if any little part is damaged. Gilles does that, and so let me show you what I got in this box. So in the box are two more Footpacks, and these are the Gilles Sport Footpacks. The nice thing is they have different models. I think they have a street, a sport, and now a race. And these are the ones that I was used to. That was on the previous generation of the FXR Rearsets. And you can see these have really fine serrated metal. These are so grippy that they will actually, over 4 years, I used it 4 years on a track, and it actually made a hole into my Dainese race boots. And that's what I want. Yes, the race boots are expensive, but you want to have the ultimate grip, because slipping off Footpacks under hard braking is really not fun. The legs are the main thing that keeps you on the bike, but you want to be loose on your arms, and the legs really need to have this anchor point, and these are really aggressive. They will tear holes in your boots, which is awesome. That's what you want to have. With the new model, you see they have like bigger blocks. There is some grip, and they are totally adequate for street riding. So I'm a little bit weirded out about the marketing from Gilles. I think they should just call these ones street or Canyon Carver or something like that. But a couple of friends that ride double Rs as well have these as well on track, and they were not happy with how slippery they are. So these will be demounted, and you can see size comparison, exactly the same length. Also nice is that you have like this little area on the very outside where you can move your foot around when you angle your knee out to drag some knee in a corner. So really good part. Cool thing from Gilles is they only charge, I think, was like 38 bucks for a set of these. So if you damage them, if you want to exchange them, that is easily done, and you can tune it to your likings. So let's get this one on the bike, and then I have a better setup again. Oh, also a little tip, I owned this for so long, this serrated metal. If you use it on track with racing boots, you will shave them off right after a couple of years. Even this metal will be more soft and less grippy, but this is a round piece. So what I do is then I just loosen up, rotate it 90 degrees, and then you have up to 4 sides on it until you use it up. So usually I get like 4 years of track riding out of this. I go maybe like 6-7 days a year to the track. If you do a lot more days, you might need to swap them out even earlier. But yeah, so let's get them on and then wrap it up. All right, to mount, we can reuse the same bolts, or you can use the new bolts. They're exactly the same, so we'll just keep the new ones new. This one already likes that rear set, so I will put some new Loctite on. You want to use blue Loctite that comes easily off but keeps everything in place. And then we put the little cap in. They sometimes fly off, but who cares? Weird thing is, Gilles also gave me gray ones. Probably because they ship the Footpacks in different colors as well. No idea. I will definitely use the black ones. All right, let's put it together. Should have some elevator music for this. Putting that in. Get your Allen out. I like the same height, so that makes it easy. And I really should get myself some fancy T-handle ones, but if you don't have a T-handle and you have to go so deep in to get some leverage, I just use a deep socket, put it in there, and make it work this way. Just snug it up. And that's not going anywhere. And that was it. Now we have the serrated metal on. They fit perfectly. It's nice. Gilles makes all the pieces interchangeable. They're all the same size, same socket sizes. They're the same screw sizes, so you can just interchange things. And yeah, now we have serrated metal here, serrated here, and this will be super grippy. And this is like the last missing piece to feel really comfortable on this bike. No more slipping boots, and this is going to be awesome. Can't wait to ride this one on track again and feel the difference. All right, so that was it. So in summary, a really good rear set, high quality, really nice that you can order the separate pieces individually. So if anything gets damaged, you can replace them. Like I said, for track riding, I was not a fan of their quote-unquote race Footpacks. I like the street ones much better. You can replace them for, I think, just under $40, and then you have a really grippy experience. Also, value-wise, the rear sets are much cheaper than some competitors. So look them up at Moto Million or Revzilla or wherever you buy your parts. And I hope this was useful. And please like and subscribe. And then hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.